Hello students, welcome back to Future Foundation. Students, in today's class of straight lines, we will start pair of straight lines. So let's get started. So make heading first, pair of straight lines. Students, what is pair? Pair means two, right? So if we are talking about two lines simultaneously, then we are talking about pair, right? So point number one is if lines are L1 E1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0 and L2 E2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0, then pair of straight lines is represented by L1 into L2 is equal to 0, or E1x plus B1y plus C1 into A2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0. Okay, if I multiply term by term in these two brackets, then I will get like this: e1 e2 x square plus e1 b2 xy plus e1 c2x plus b1 e2 xy plus b1 b2 y square plus b1 c2y plus c1 e2x plus c1 b2y plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. If I combine like terms, means term having x square are combined, term having y square are combined, term with xy are contained in one bracket, and so on, like e1 e2 x square plus b1 b2 y square plus e1 xy times e1 b2 plus b1 e2 plus x times e1 c2 plus c1 e2 plus y times b1 c2 plus c1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. Or if I write e1 e2 as e, then it is ax square plus b1 b2 as b, so by square plus e1 b2 plus b1 e2 2h, so this is 2h xy plus e1 c2 plus c1 e2 is 2g, so this is 2gx, b1 c2 plus c1 b2 2f, so this is 2fy plus c1 c2 is c is equal to 0. So this is pair of straight lines. This is general equation. So this represents general equation of 2 degree, and in this case it is a pair of straight lines. Pair of straight lines. There is one condition also. Not every time this general equation of second degree will always represent a pair of straight lines. Right? There is a condition, but which would be discussed later. Right? So for the timing, this is a 2-degree equation which represents a pair of straight lines. Okay. Now, point 2. homogeneous equation. Homogeneous equation. What does it mean? An equation having equal degree of x and y. For example, 2x square minus 11y square plus 22 xy is equal to 0. Right? So each term is having 2 degree. Right? So it is a homogeneous equation. Also, it doesn't contain any constant. What does it mean? Means pair is passing through origin. Means origin xy will satisfy this equation. Okay, now next point. Point 3 is homogeneous equation of 2 degree. Homogeneous equation of 2 degree. Okay, now let's say L1 is a1x plus b1y is equal to 0 and L2 a2x plus b2y is equal to 0. Now for pair I am writing L1 L2 is equal to 0 or a1x plus b1y into a2x plus b2y is equal to 0 or a1 a2x square plus a1 b2 xy plus b1 a2 xy plus b1 b2 y square is equal to 0, right? Or after simplifying I am writing like this, okay? Or like above is I'm writing ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Okay, say this is 1, this is 2. So this 2 is homogeneous equation like we saw in last case, last point. Homogeneous equation is equation having same degree in all its terms. So this is homogeneous equation, and homogeneous equation of how many degree? 2 degree, right? What does it represent? It represents pair of straight lines passing through origin because it doesn't have any constant. Represents pair of straight lines passing through origin, right? Okay, now again from 2, again taking 2, equation 2, that is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Or if I divide both sides by x square, then it will be v times y by x whole square plus 2h y by x plus a is equal to 0, right? Let y by x is equal to m, and what is m? M is slope. Okay, now I know what does it mean. This homogeneous equation of second degree, it represents pair of straight lines passing through origin. So let's say this is pair, right? So y and x are any general point, are any general points on any one of the pair given. Say this is x comma y and this is origin 0 comma 0. So if I try to find the slope of OP, then it will be y minus 0 upon x minus 0, which is y by x. So that's why I'm taking y by x is equal to slope. So it becomes Vm square plus 2h m plus a is equal to 0. Now it is having two roots as m1 and m2. So m1 plus m2 is minus b by a, that is minus 2h by b, and m1 m2 a by b, because c by a, right? Now, so if I am taking tan theta represents what? Theta is angle between the lines. Say this is theta. So tan theta is mod of m1 minus m2 on 1 plus m1 m2, right? I'm taking acute angle, right? So m1 minus m2 is nothing but root over m1 plus m2 whole square minus 4 m1 m2 on 1 plus m1 m2, right? So this can be written as root over 4 h square by b square minus 4 a by b, which is 2 root over h square minus ab upon a plus b, right? Sorry, this is 1 plus a by b. So this is tan theta. Okay, so theta will become tan inverse 2 root h square minus ab on mod of a plus b. Taking mod because I'm taking angle as acute. Now there are some points. Point 1 is if lines are coincident. I'm talking about coincident lines because if we are taking pair, then lines cannot be separated. Lines should be taken together, right? That's why I am taking coincident lines. So if lines are coincident, implies theta is equal to 0 degree, implies tan theta is 0, implies h square is equal to ab. Now point number 2 is if lines are perpendicular, implies theta is equal to 90 degree, implies tan theta is not defined, implies cot theta is 0, implies a plus b is equal to 0. What does it mean? Means coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square is equal to 0, right? And point number 3 is if point of intersection is shifted from origin to some alpha comma beta, because when we were finding angle between two lines, then pair was taken at origin, right? Pair was passing through origin, right? Intersection point was origin, but now I am considering intersection point as alpha comma beta other than origin. Then imagine, you can imagine if it is origin, right? Say it is origin. If I am taking these this pair parallelly, say here, like I am shifting this here. So what do you think? Angle will be changed? No, you are thinking correct. Angle will not change. Angle will be same. So in this, what I will tell you, I will tell you the same thing, that angle will not change. But let's say what will be the equation in that case. So equation becomes a times x minus alpha whole square plus 2h times x minus alpha into y minus beta plus b times y minus beta whole square is equal to 0. Or after expanding, I will get ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0, right? So angle will be same. Again, angle between the lines will be what? Tan theta is equal to 2 root over h square minus ab upon a plus b, because second degree term is same, it doesn't change, right? So this is angle, again the same angle. Okay, also equation 1 equation 1 will represent two real lines, two real lines. If ABC plus 2f gh minus af square minus bg square minus ch square is equal to 0, or this ABC plus 2fgh minus af square minus bg square minus ch square can be written in determinant form also, which is determinant of AHG HBF GFC is equal to 0, or I will write this determinant as delta. Delta must be 0. So this is the condition. If a 2-degree term, general equation of second degree, is representing a pair of straight lines, then delta will always be 0, right? Okay, now come to the questions. Let us take a question. Question is, find the value of a for which lines ax square plus 5xy plus 2y square is equal to 0 are perpendicular. So students, we have to find the value of a, right? But we have seen the condition. If a pair having lines are perpendicular, then coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square must be 0. So according to question, coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square must be 0, implies a plus 2 is equal to 0, implies A is equal to -2. Okay. Right? Very good. Now let us take another question. Question is, if both lines are passing through origin and perpendicular to the lines represented by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0, then find the combined equation of lines of that pair, right? I have to find the pair which is perpendicular to the given pair. Okay, now what I'm saying, say this is a given pair which is marking by green lines. Okay, and this L1 L2 is nothing but L1 L2 is equal to 0 implies ax square plus this L1 L2 is equal to 0 implies ax square plus 2hxy plus by square, right? But we have to find the equation which is perpendicular to L1 and L2. If I say this is L1 dash and this is L2 dash, so we have to find L1 dash into L2 dash, right? But say this is having two lines which are having slope m1 and m2. L1 dash into L2 dash is equal to 0. Will be having slope m1 dash which is minus 1 by m1 and minus 1 by m2. Okay, or minus 1 by m1 or minus 1 by m2. So L1 dash into L2 dash is equal to 0 can be written as y minus m1 dash x into y minus m2 dash x is equal to 0, right? Or y plus x upon m1 into y plus x upon m2 is equal to 0. So this will be m1y plus x into m2y plus x is equal to 0, or m1 m2 y square plus m1 yx plus m2 yx plus x square is equal to 0, or what, m1 m2 y square plus x times xy times m1 plus m2 plus x square is equal to 0. So m1 m2 is nothing but a by b. So a by b x. So m1 m2 is nothing but a by b. So a by b y square plus xy times m1 plus m2 is minus 2h by b plus x square is equal to 0, or this will be a y square plus minus minus there minus 2hxy plus bx x square is equal to 0. Or in question, small a and small b is are given. So this will be a y square minus 2hxy plus bx square is equal to 0. So whenever we have to find a pair which is perpendicular to the given pair, then what will be the change? Change will be, we can interchange the coefficient of x square and y square, and we can change the sign of x and y, right? We can change the sign of h, so we can directly we can use this trick in future. We can directly write, if we are asked in future that what the equation for the pair which is perpendicular to the given pair, then what we will what we will change, we will change the coefficient of x and y, x square and y square, and we will change the sign of h. Okay. Okay, now let's come to next question. Question is, find image lines of the lines represented by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. So we have to find the image of the given pair. Suppose this is the given pair, right? So for having image, we can draw like this. This is L1, this is L2, this is L2, and this is L1. Say L1 dash, this is L2 dash. So if we are seeing the image, so one thing will be must, and thing is, if this is theta, then this will be minus theta definitely. Okay, minus theta definitely. If L1 dash is the image of L1, right? So we can definitely say this thing, say here m1 dash will always be minus m1, because uh, tan theta is m1 and tan of minus theta is m1 dash. So m1 dash is minus m1 and m2 dash is minus m2, right? So required pair will be my minus m1 dash x into y minus m2 dash x is equal to 0, right? Or y plus m1x into y plus m2x is equal to 0, or after multiplying, this will be y square plus y2 or m2xy plus m1xy plus m1 m2x square is equal to 0. So y square is as it is, m1 plus m2 times xy. m1 plus m2 is minus 2h by b xy plus m1 m2 is a by b. So a by b x square is equal to 0. So this will be ax square minus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. So for image lines, there is a small change which is in sign of h. So there will be change of sign of h. So this thing you can also remember for future use. Now Let's come to next question. Question is find area of triangle made by the lines y square minus 9xy plus 18x square is equal to 0 and y is equal to 9. So we have to find the area of a triangle, but triangle consists of three sides. So two sides will be given by this equation, or this represents pair of straight lines, and third side will be given by this line, this equation. Okay, so two sides and one side, it is y square minus 6xy minus 3xy plus 18x square is equal to 0, or y times y minus 6x minus 3x times y minus 6x is equal to 0, means y minus 3x into y minus 6x is equal to 0. So two lines are y is equal to 3x and second one is y is equal to 6x. So here is a triangle. Y is equal to 6x is this, y is equal to 3x is this, and y is equal to 9 is this. Y is equal to 3x, y is equal to 6x, y is equal to 9. So we need vertices. So if y is equal to 9, then y is equal to 6x will be 3 by 2 comma 9. This point is A, this point is B, so B will be 3 comma 9 and O is 0 comma 0. But we know, or we can directly find the area as 1 by 2 x1 y2 minus y1 x2 if one vertex is origin. So delta will be half mod of x1 y2 minus y1 x2 if one vertex is origin. So x1 is 3 by 2, y2 is 9 minus y1 is 9 and x2 is 3. So from this we can find area as 27 by 4 square units. This is required delta. Next question is find the value of lambda if 2x square plus 7xy plus 3y square plus 8x plus 14y plus lambda is equal to 0 represents two straight lines. Two straight lines. So for this we have to use that condition. If any general equation of second degree represents a pair of straight lines, then its delta will be 0, right? So here A is 2, 2h is 7, right? B is 3, 2g is 8, 2f is 14 and C is lambda, right? So from delta is equal to 0 implies A B C plus 2f GH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square is equal to 0, right? Or 6 lambda plus 196 minus 98 minus 48 minus 49 lambda by 4 is equal to 0. So minus 25 lambda by 4 plus 50 is equal to 0 gives you lambda is equal to 8. So lambda is equal to 8. So students, for today's class we are done. Let's meet in next class. Till then, bye bye and take care.